Welcome back, everybody. We're here still at the R4 Alliance National Conference, www.4alliance.org, fast-growing alliance of military support groups centered on recreational therapy all across America. And I am Bob Calvert, the host of Talking with Heroes. We're here now with a gentleman with another organization, Tim
Wegscheid.
Wegscheid, thank you. Teed up for the troops. So why don't you introduce yourself, talk a little bit about, who you are, and why you're involved with this, and then talk about the organization.
Yeah, my name is Tim Wegscheid. I'm with Tee It Up for the Troops. I'm the executive director and president of the organization. We are a little different than some of the organizations that are here today in the fact that we inspire communities across the country to host golf events. And we utilize those events to raise funds. And we act as a bit of a fundraising engine for other nonprofits that we work with so that they can spend more time delivering critical services versus spending time fundraising. And the other aspect of what we do is we engage veterans into those golf events so that they're getting off the couch, they're getting connected to community leaders and business leaders so that as they look for employment or other ways to positively transition, that they're becoming a part of their community.
Great. And you work with J.B. Ball, who I've emailed with and talked with for a long time. He's a Vietnam veteran. So JB
is the founder of our organization, a man with a huge heart for serving our veterans. And our organization was inspired because his son was deployed to Iraq. Yep. And his son just asked that instead of trying to send things to him while he was deployed, that he instead try to help the men and women when they come back home. And that's what spawned the start of the organization.
Yep. Hi, JB.
Hi, JB.
So talk a little bit about the impact, what you're doing with these golfing events for the veterans.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, our primary objective is to try to raise funds so that we can give back to organizations that meet our mission and are doing the right things by veterans. And so in addition to raising those funds and putting a high percentage, we're about 88% of every dollar that we take in from these events goes right back out to veterans organizations, and many of those that are with us at the R4 Alliance Conference this week. And so we've hosted over 300 different events now in 30 different states and have donated over $5 million to various veterans organizations. I think the number now exceeds over 200 different organizations that we've supported over that time frame.
Great. Talk about being a member of R4 Alliance and what's happening here at the conference, what that means to you and your organization.
Well, I think the mission that they have is spot on. I think, one of the key things is collaboration. There obviously are a lot of small organizations that have a huge heart that are trying to do the right things, but it makes it a little challenging when they go out individually asking for support from corporations and family foundations. It can get confusing, it can get overwhelming for those potential donors, but by working together and collaborating and having one voice versus 50 or 100 or 200 different voices, I think we just have a better chance of getting that message across and enhancing ongoing support for these organizations.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell people watching how to find you on the internet, your website address and maybe social media.
Tee It Up for the Troops. We're on Twitter, we're Facebook. Our website address is teeitupforthetroops.org. Please take a visit.
Great. Last but not least, would you like to give a shout out to our men and women who are still serving around the world?
To all the men and women that are serving, thank you so very much for your time, your service, your sacrifice. The 1% like yourselves that are out there laying it on the line every day, we just can't thank you enough. And our gratitude just is immense, and it never ends. And so thank you. We're going to continue to work hard to support you, your families, and all those who have served before you, and will come after you. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you for what you're all doing, you and JB and your whole team.
And we're glad to do it. We're honored.
Glad to meet you. Once again, folks, we've talked with another member of the R4Alliance.org here at their national conference, and we'll be back with more from the conference.